Banerjee has visited temples, but this time around, because Mamata Banerjee is going to a temple, and of course the BJP is playing the Hindutva card, somewhere Mamata going to a temple is signaling nervousness as far as the BJP is concerned, because she wants to consolidate her Hindu votes as well. Now, as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, she doesn't just have to look at the minority vote bank, but she also has to look at the Hindu vote bank, and this really has not been a problem when it comes to the Hindu vote bank, and BJP looks at it as Mamata Banerjee's way of trying to send out that message that she is here for the Hindu voters. But the fact is, Mamata Banerjee did mention yesterday that she is a Hindu and she will teach the BJP about Hinduism. The BJP looks at it as a threat and saying that why is Mamata now speaking in this language, considering the fact that the BJP has always hit out at Mamata Banerjee, saying that she has been appeasing the minority community. But is it just about religion-based politics that is going to help Mamata gain back the confidence of the people and come into power for a third term? Or is it the fact that Mamata Banerjee as a leader who has brought in many development schemes that have helped the people that is going to bring her back into power? So many factors here that are playing out. But Chaiti, like you had mentioned before, religion-based politics has not made its way in the past elections in West Bengal, and this time around we're seeing religion-based politics. Is that going to be working in favor of BJP, or is Mamata Banerjee still going to be standing tall against them and emerge victorious? That is the big question. Back to you, Chaiti.
Absolutely, and we're getting those visuals. Prema, I just want to take a moment. You've explained so much about the significance of the importance of Adhikari's defection, Banerjee's decision to shift to Nandigram as well, face Shivendu in the polls. You've explained so much, but at the moment, I want to come back to what is going on right now. You're right there on the ground. Walk our viewers through what is happening at the moment. And before that, before you answer that, Prema, I'm just getting a confirmation that the visuals that you see on your screens right now are of Mamata Banerjee filing her nomination. These are the visuals that you are seeing on your screens. Mamata Banerjee filing nomination for Nandigram. There you go. Live visuals right there. It's a big moment coming in for the TMC Supremo, and this is a huge decision. It's a very critical decision that she has taken of filing her nomination from Nandigram. Do you already know that Shivendu Adhikari is her biggest opponent right there in Nandigram? He won from Nandigram as well, and this is rather extremely significant of her to contest from Nandigram, and she, as we speak, is filing her nomination. I'm throwing straight across to Prema to bring our viewers and talk to our viewers over these visuals that are coming in. Prema?
And she was supposed to file the nomination before 2:30. She's come in earlier, and that of course shows that Mamata Banerjee is in a mood to go and file her nomination, and somewhere say that the fight has now gone to the next level, where she's filed a nomination from Nandigram. It's another constituency, not Bhawanipur. So somewhere it is mixed with nervousness, it is mixed with anticipation of what is going to be happening. But she has already begun her campaign in Nandigram. She's reached out to the people at Nandigram. She's walked over here from this crossing at Haldia all the way towards the DM's office. And now it is about not just the people, but about Mamata Banerjee, the thoughts, the kind of thoughts that are going through Mamata's mind. Is it the fact that Mamata Banerjee is worried about what is going to happen? Will the people stand by her? And it's not just her people that is important here, but about what happens when it comes to the BJP supporters and who cast their vote in the ballot box. So all those factors playing in Mamata's mind, in the Trinamool Congress's mind, as to what is going to be happening next. I'm going to be speaking to some supporters here because they have been surrounding me. They have a lot to say. As you can see, Chaiti, आप बताइए कि आप ममता बनर्जी के साथ आप यहाँ पर हैं, आप क्यों उनको सपोर्ट करना चाहेंगे?
ना एक्चुअली अब जो बोल रहा था दुर्गा वेस्ट बंगाल द लैंड ऑफ हिंदुइज्म, मुस्लिम, सिख, क्रिश्चियन सबका एक जगह है। ये इधर हिंदुइज्म करके मिसकॉन्सेप्ट करता है बीजेपी, ये सब नहीं चलेगा। द लैंड ऑफ चैतन्य देव, द लैंड ऑफ रामकृष्ण, द लैंड ऑफ विद्यासागर, द लैंड ऑफ खुदीराम, द लैंड ऑफ राम मोहन राय, द लैंड ऑफ रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर, नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस, एंड द लैंड ऑफ ममता बनर्जी। We are pride for this land.
The land of Mamta Banerjee, that is what he says. What do you have to say? आपका क्या कहना है?
मेरा कहना यह है कि मैं चाहता हूँ ममता दीदी आगे इसी तरह से हम लोगों का सेवा करते रहे, जैसे हम लोगों को पूरा सुविधा दिया है। लेकिन मोदी जी आके क्या कर रहे हैं, उसका खिलाफ जाके उल्टा सीधा बोल के धर्म के नाम पे भड़का रहा है और देश को बिछाड़ने की बात कर रहे हैं। हम चाहते हैं एक साथ जुट के ममता दीदी के साथ है, आगे भी रहेगा और अगला सीएम भी ममता दीदी को ही रखेंगे।
So even before the elections have begun or the results have been declared, the people over here, her supporters, say that Mamta will emerge victorious. Chaiti, like you were mentioning about religion-based politics, clearly her supporters believe that she is somebody who can unite the people and say that why should they be divided on base of religion. But for the BJP, they have been telling the Trinamool Congress, accusing Mamta Banerjee of appeasement politics, saying that she has only been appeasing the minority community. What about the Hindu community? And this time, it is a fight of not just identities when it comes to political identities, but even...
This is, I would like to add, Prema, right there, a do-or-die battle playing out right there for Mamta Banerjee. She wins, there is a huge statement that is made. If she loses as well, there's a big narrative and statement that plays out right there. This becomes a do-or-die moment for the West Bengal Chief Minister this time around. The Nandigram constituency is going to be a do-or-die moment for Mamta, and nobody can deny that. Prema?
Absolutely, Chaiti. Like you put it, it is a do-or-die moment for Mamta Banerjee, because here it is about her supporters standing by her. But will she be able to do justice to those votes that the people have cast in her favor? Because if Mamta Banerjee loses from Nandigram, she's not just losing from one constituency, but it is the fact that she has experimented, and that experiment has not worked for her. The second factor is religion-based politics. And the fact that even despite the fact Mamta Banerjee has hit out at the BJP saying that they're trying to divide people on the basis of communities, Mamta Banerjee has still not managed to win the trust of the people, at least the majority of the people. And thirdly, in terms of the national scenario, Mamta Banerjee is not going to be as tall as she would have expected or would want to have been. And again, to go back to the opposition seat, if she loses Bengal, that is going to be something which is going to be a huge defeat for Mamta Banerjee. So Nandigram is a very important constituency, and these elections are going to be something which is going to be creating history. Even if Mamta Banerjee does win from Nandigram, it will vindicate her stand that she can win from anywhere, that the people of Bengal, the majority of people in Bengal are with her, and they do not want the BJP or they do not want Prime Minister Modi to be the main mascot over here in West Bengal. But for the BJP, they have been playing the development card. They have been talking about religion-based politics and say that now Bengal needs their identity, their religious identity, and there are some people or some sections of voters who would want to support that and say that the BJP will assure development. The BJP has said in the last 10 years the Trinamool Congress has not done anything significant, and look at it as 44 years that the state of West Bengal has not progressed. That is 34 years of the CPIM left rule, and 10 years of Mamta Banerjee's rule. But Mamta Banerjee here saying that she has stood by the people, and this time not bringing out the fact that what she has done after the CPIM has been out, not comparing her government to the CPIM government, but really only talking about what her government has done. The focus is what is TMC done for the people, what are they doing for the people, what will they do for the people. That is the focus, because right now she knows that playing the CPM card is not going to win her those votes. It is the trust of the people to tell the people roti kapra makan is what they need, and she is the person who understands that, and she is the leader who will always stand by her people. That is the message that she wants to send out. So Nandigram, a very, very important constituency for Mamta Banerjee. Back to Jyoti.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and just take a look at these visuals. These are defining moments coming in as she's filing her nomination right there from Nandigram as well. She's left a traditional seat of Bhawanipur, where she has won twice. And here is the point where she wants to prove Adhikari wrong, Shivendu Adhikari wrong, the former protege of Mamta Banerjee. So these are defining visuals that are coming in of her filing this nomination from Nandigram. It's a big show of strength for her to leave the seat of Bhawanipur and decide to contest from Nandigram this time around. Prema, for our viewers who have just tuned in, there's a lot of action that has been happening right from the point Shivendu came into Nandigram, conducted the prayers, then Mamta's Padayatra, then she conducted prayers at the two temples. Now she's filing nominations. Do encapsulate for our viewers who have just tuned in all that has transpired and how significant this moment is.
From Nandigram to Haldia, Mamta makes her way here to file her nomination. Right now she's filing her nomination at the district magistrate's office over here. Shubhendu Adhikari also in Nandigram, and we can see that both these leaders trying to gain the confidence of their supporters, of the people. Nandigram is an important constituency because this is where the anti-land acquisition movement was spearheaded, apart from Singur. And at that point in time,
we're getting
also
a live interview with Shivendu Adhikari at the moment. It's an India Today exclusive. Listen in.